I was involved briefly with a married man who believed he had the courage to leave his wife to be with me and to live his truth. This isn't the typical story of a married man promising to leave his wife for a secret lover. Rather, this is a story in part about a gay man who knew he was gay before he got married, but chose to marry a woman because he didn't know how to break free. Rocky and I met on a gay social media site 3 months after I returned to the East Coast to live, and just 11 months after he was married. At the time we met, he was living and working in Dubai as a contractor for the government on a military base, while his wife was stationed in Tallahassee, Florida, where they had a home. In one of the first messages he sent me, Rocky shared that he was married, but that he had regrets. He explained that he had come out to his mother and siblings when he was 18 years old. He said that to listen to more of One Thing for Certain, Two Things for Sure, a memoir continued, visit audible.com. Good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I'm Craig the Writer Stewart, and this is So Much to Say YouTube TV. These are my thoughts in my voice on black shit, white shit, gay shit, and everything in between. So Much to Say YouTube TV is the place that you come to learn and grow, because we discuss socially relevant things mixed with a splash of humor. If you know you have tissue paper feelings, this probably isn't the channel for you. But and however, since you're here, I just need for you to do two things. Hit the like button, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and turn on that little bell so that you get the notification every single time that I go live or upload something new. I'll see you soon. Bye. Hey girl, hey. Hey girl, hey. Hey man. Marquetta, get on here and have a seat. She come all these commercials. Come on in here, knees. Come on in here, knees. Have a seat. Have a seat. Hey boy, hey. Hey girl, hey. Good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I'm Craig the Writer Stewart, and this is the Facebook and YouTube live versions of So Much to Say. These are my thoughts in my voice on black shit, white shit, gay shit, and everything in between. And these, listen, I uploaded a Patreon video probably about 30, 45 minutes ago, something like that. And I said on the Patreon that I was going to come on here tonight and discuss Married at First Sight. Now, I know some of you probably think that I haven't been watching it, but I have been watching every single episode. Queen Sugar debuted, what was that, Tuesday night? It came back Tuesday night, the 6th season. I watched that. Hey, hey, Mimi Parker. Hey, Marcellus. So I've been just trying to, those of you that have been watching me for a while, you know that I always have to kind of feel out the new people on Married at First Sight. You know, I always got to feel them out to see if, you know, if I want to be bothered with the show or not. I need to kind of figure out who I like, who I'm invested in, that kind of thing. And so, niece, I'm watching it, and it's set in Houston. And when I tell you that Michaela is something else. Michaela is something short of amazing. Now, I'm going to tell you, when and I try not to jump to judgment too quickly. And we have somebody in here. We have Bridget down here. She's going to join us. I dropped the link in the comments already. So if you want to join the conversation, you're welcome to do so. But, you know, I had to kind of feel them out first, right? But that Michaela, first of all, and I thought I was being rash. I think I was jumping to conclusions, but clearly I was not. I didn't really care for her at the wedding because she was just too over the top for me. Like she was beyond giddy. She was kind of extra. And she just was let me go grab my other phone because I got to drop the link in here again because I forget that the comments advance. Okay, I just dropped the link again. So if you want to join the conversation, you can. But to me, she was so extra. And like she just kept saying, "Oh, my husband." And she just was, and then also the way that her sisters were describing her, the way that her sisters were saying, well, you know, she can really be a force. You know, like when she doesn't have her way, when she doesn't get her way, she could be one of those people that just kind of be really abrasive, and you know, is here's what I was saying, and I want you guys to join. So I'm gonna bring in Oh, where did my other person go that was there? Bridget, you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Hey girl, hey.
Hey, hey, boy, hey, look, I look a mess. Oh, God, I'm in my car because I wanted to go to the Hooters to get me something to eat, some chicken wings.
You wait. First, let's start right there. So you on your way to Hooters to get something to eat?
I'm already here, but I saw you jump on. I was like, oh my God, I wonder if he's gonna let us come on live. And then that thing, and then I got my hair rag. Oh, do. Okay, anyway, let me look. I'm looking at
Okay,
back
look,
there.
go ahead and say go ahead and say what you wanted to say, because I know you trying to get into the Hooters to get your wings. But go ahead.
Okay, Michaela act like she ain't never had a man in her life. I said, what in the world is going on here? She act like she had never had a man in her whole entire. She was so happy. I mean, she was like elated. I don't think elated is the word. I think it was just, oh my God, I got me a man. It was so horrible. And the way she is acting the rest of this season, I know I ain't supposed to say nothing till you go ahead and say something. But I'm the one who
No, go
called
ahead.
you
Go ahead.
about
Go,
it.
no, go ahead. Go ahead.
The way she turned on that man like that, I see why you ain't got a man. I'm gonna
Listen,
look to
I
I'm
was
gonna
thinking.
look to the back. I can see why you ain't got no man. He's not used to that. He's a soft-spoken person. He is not used to that.
And
Oh
here's the
my
thing.
God. She done ran him away.
Here's the thing, Bridget. I think the same thing. Here's the thing. This is why I say all the time that I love the show. Part of the reason that I love the show is because there's so many teachable moments for us to learn, to see how we function in a relationship. You can really see your own self in some of these people, right? But this is why I always say that relationships are the place that we go to learn and grow. So in this last argument, in this last episode, now first of all, I don't even understand how y'all arguing, because y'all were separated because he had COVID. So y'all were separated for at least what, 5 or 10 days or whatever it was, and now he's already at the point where he doesn't even want to spend the night with you, and y'all already talking about it's really hard and this, that, and the third. But the point is, in this last argument that they had, he understands that she apologized for the way that she responded. What he's saying to her that she's missing is, you go from 0 to 10 too quickly. So they had that little argument, and then all of a sudden she didn't want to have the housewarming. She didn't want to do the housewarming. But she did something very similar to that. Remember, she packed up her bag the episode before that. She packed up all her shit. They had just moved into the apartment. She packed up all her stuff and she moved out. They had just had a conversation prior to that when he said to her, are you the kind of person that will do this, 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 and this when you're upset? She said, oh no, I stay and I have a conversation. The very next episode, she done packed all her shit up in trash bags and left.
What I have to say about this girl, and then then I'm gonna move on. But what I gotta say about her is that I watched the Unfiltered too. I don't know if you watched those, the Unfiltered.
I watched one the other day. I watched the one when they showed that and she was talking, but she's not even, she's like, she doesn't even understand where she went wrong.
She said, "I don't back down." She trying to act like she like an empowered black woman. No, you look like a freaking fool. You like a fool.
She said,
She
I
she
don't
did.
back down.
Did you see when they showed that the surveillance camera when she had that Clorox box and was beating it up against it? I said, Jesus Christ, this lady, he actually married a psycho, and I'm sorry to say
She's
that.
psycho.
She is psycho
And
crazy, and I don't like to talk about the black people because I'm serious. I do not like to talk about the black people like this all the time when it comes to like shows like this, but they be the ones that be god dang it just turning up.
And here's the other thing, Bridget. My other thing too, and I'm gonna let you go because I know you're trying to get to your wings, girl.
Well, I'm gonna say
But
one more thing after that about the little Chinese couple too. But anyway, go ahead.
yeah, 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 yeah. Yes. Okay. Well, let me say this real quick. So here's the thing. My thing is when shit, I done got so damn excited.
Damn, I'm
Uh,
sorry.
okay. Wait. What we were talking about old girl. Oh. This is what I was gonna say. And remember the previous episode when Pastor Cal came to the house and he was saying that, she has a lot because she lost her father. I get all of that, right? But again, that's why I always say there's work that we all have to do while we're single. There's work that you have to do while you're single because that shouldn't be his burden. That should not be his burden because she kind of has some abandonment issues because her father was killed in a car crash by a drunk driver. I get it. But that's not that's not her husband's responsibility. That's some of the work she should have done. He can help her with that, but the responsibility is hers. Damn, what happened, Bridget? She hit the wrong button. I see you down there, Tanny Joy. Let me let Bridget come back because I know she's coming back. But the thing too is, my other thing is, I really enjoy watching the show because there's so many lessons. But I'm just like, I wonder what her family is thinking when they're watching it. Like, what is her family thinking when she's cutting up on TV like this, when she's acting like this with this guy? And it makes me feel like, well, this is why you've been single, because you don't really know how to diffuse things without. And again, this is why I really want you guys to watch the show, because you really can kind of see how to function in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like certain things. I think this is her coming back. Oh, excuse me. I'm Belgian. Oh, it ain't letting me bring her back in. But anyway, let me bring on Tanny Joy. Tanny Joy.
Hi.
Hey girl, hey.
Your boy, hey.
So
Yes.
what were you thinking about what we were just talking about?
Oh my gosh. First of all, I truly don't want any of the couples to stay together. I'm just gonna put that out there.
You don't want any of the couples to stay
I
together?
don't want any of the couples to stay together. I have my reasons. I won't go through all of them tonight, but I definitely do not believe that they have what it takes.
Well, I want to hear some of what. Okay, well, it's obvious. Well, you ain't got to tell me about.
Okay, so the main ones is Johnny and Val. Like, I love them in the beginning, and I was like, oh my gosh, they know each other, but he goes to her, and I see why he goes to her. I mean, he knows why he goes to her. She's very childish, and she doesn't like to wash her hair. So you're not getting in the bed with this man without taking a bath or a shower, and that's what he's trying to get across to her. And she's like, well, I'll sleep on the couch. Like, no, that's not how this works.
And that's my thing too. Listen. I just came from the gym a little while ago. I will be taking a shower, but even if I hadn't gone to the gym, I'm just the kind of person. I just believe that when you've been out in the air, out in the world, out in the in public, even before COVID, and especially now with COVID, you need to shower before you get in your bed.
Yeah.
And then my thing is, like, what if I want a little nook in the middle of the night? I can't even get none because it ain't fresh.
Right. You got some tart, musty, salty, no
nuts and cracks and stuff. Like, I don't understand why she said, well, no, I just don't want to take a shower. Like, girl, that's disgusting. And the fact that she told him that she doesn't want to take a shower, like,
so yeah,
especially when she said after the gym. She said, like, sometimes when I come from the gym, I may just want to sleep on the couch. Like, that is nasty.
Yeah, so he's turned off. So all that crying he was doing, I was like, yeah, that's it. That's a wrap.
But in her defense, what I will say is I do think that part of the reason why he probably was a not a serial monogamous, but a serial dater was because remember he said he dated like over 100 and some people or something, or he had like over 100 and some first dates.
Yeah.
I think part of the reason is because he likes the idea of a relationship, and I think a lot of people are like this, like the idea of a relationship, but then when it's right there in your face, you can't really handle the responsibility that comes with the relationship. And I just think that he's just not really ready. So I just think that even if it was another woman, even if she was a woman who showered every day, I just don't know if he would be ready. Because if you remember just a couple episodes ago, he was all excited, and he was nervous to tell her that he was having feelings for her. And he was like, I just want to know that we're on the same page. And she's like, I am on the same page. Remember?
Yep.
So but that was prior to her telling him that she didn't shower.
Right. But I don't even understand how all of a sudden she became very childlike and all of that giggling, sniggling. Like he's not into that, and that's I think that's what's turning him off. He already was like friend zoning her at one point.
Yeah. I mean, he did explain it well. And I mean, it was a tough conversation, but I was glad he did at least tell her. But, because he was like, I just feel like, it's like kind of childish when you're like, when you do or say something like, oh, a kiss or, whatever it was that she was saying. I mean, I get that too, right?
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know.
Okay, then let's talk about Mirla and what's his name?
Gil.
Now, first of all, I want to give Gil some black soap so badly because I want to get that snap crackle pop off his face.
Oh, the craters.
I want him to get some. I think it's a combination of craters and like razor bumps.
Yeah, he doesn't use the correct products. He needs some of your Kiehl's.
He needs some black soap, some Kiehl's. I just want to give him some so badly. But what do you think about them? So you want them to break up because?
So I will tell you. First of all, I'm in like all these groups on Facebook, and so some people have leaked some information. I would not say that on here, but
oh no, I want to know.
No. It's like a spoiler alert. So no.
I want to know.
No, everybody else may not want to know.
All right, well, inbox me or something.
Okay, so I'll send it to you.
I'm one of those people that like you can tell me the ending of something, I'm still gonna watch it because I like to see the process of it.
Right. So okay, I will say what that is. I don't know how long it's gonna take her to kiss him or to feel like you're married. You're not dating. You're married. So I'm not saying like have sex with him right away, but like the kissing, hugging, get a little bit more close. All this holding hands and rubbing hands, like no, like not for a married couple.
But look, they all saying, "Oh, we want to know what the spoiler alerts are." Look, Angela Twyman said,
"Okay."
Look, Angela Twyman said, "Tell me, inbox me too."
Since y'all want to know, so somebody, and this is just hearsay, so I can't say if it's true or not. But somebody in one of the there's a Facebook group for reality shows for people of color.
Okay.
And someone in that group is friends with Merla's cousin or something like that. They did say that as of now, they're no longer together.
Oh, really?
So at this point, I've had people like my friends live in Atlanta. They ran into like Jake, Paige, like they see them out and about and stuff. So I've heard little stuff here and there. So I knew when the other couple was getting a divorce. Who was that? Clara and Ryan. I knew before
Clara and Ryan. Who are Clara and Ryan?
Clara and Ryan from last season, the one that he wouldn't have sex with her.
Wait. He wouldn't have sex with her.
Yeah, Ryan, the black guy who didn't claim to be black, he claimed to be Creole, and then Clara with the blonde hair.
So I remember. Wait, he had the little dumb mustache, girl. That's how you remind me of him. Wait, what happened with him?
So I knew ahead of time that they weren't together anymore. So now their divorce is final.
Why did they get divorced, I wonder?
I don't know, because they were planning to renew their vows and then something happened.
They were. Remember they were looking at venues and stuff? Yep.
Well, they're now divorced. And I know Virginia.
Wait, slow down. Don't wait. I'm still on that for a second. Hold on. Because see, he got a fat old booty. I always kind of thought. What you say?
He sure does.
I kind of felt like he was part of the community because I was like, well, why he don't like her? I just kind of felt like he wasn't really interested. Huh?
So I'm gonna tell you who part of the community from this season.
Who?
Jose.
Baby, me and Carlton wearing him out every time we look. Every time he come across the screen, we be like,
Jose don't want Rachel, but he signed up because he's still in the closet. We're gonna let him make it for now, but he don't want her.
Wait. Is this according to the group or you just saying this?
No, this is me. I noticed that from the second episode. I'm like, nah.
Listen. I thought so from the first episode. You talking about the second episode? When he was doing all of this and giving all of that, I was just like, okay. But then I kept giving him a pass because I was just like, Tanny Joy. Oh, that's Tangy. I say, now how you trying to talk to me and be putting comments down here? But no, but I kind of gave him a pass because, you know, sometimes Hispanic men and West Indian or Caribbean men, sometimes they have feminine idiosyncrasies that American men or American people sometimes deem as a little feminine, but that's just a cultural thing. So I was kind of giving him a pass at first, but more and more I'm like, that's a lady.
Okay, so Durant said it in here. Durant said he wants perfection from a woman.
That was me.
Yep.
That was me. That was me. That was me. And then, you know, he's just so extra. I don't really like him.
Well, she has skin like Gil, so her and Gil need to get together and find some.
Her skin is terrible. The show comes on Lifetime. Is that Lifetime?
It's on Lifetime on Wednesday nights.
Yes, it's on Lifetime. But I just kind of felt like he was part of the community, Jose. But wait, I'm still back on the Creole guy, Ryan, and from last season.
Ryan. Yeah, so I think their divorce was final either sometime this week, one day this week, their divorce was final.
I really feel like first of all, he wasn't, he told me he's Creole, you still black. But see, I always felt like from the beginning of that season, I'm on last season now, I always felt like Ryan was out of touch with his blackness. I didn't like him for that very reason. Like
Creole is not your ethnicity. Like it's not you are black. That's not your race.
Exactly. Exactly. So that and then I hated the way his hair was all slicked back and processed or whatever the fuck he had going on with it.
He had a perm, Hawaiian silky.
Right. And that dumbass mustache all twisted up, looking stupid. But yeah, I just didn't feel like he really liked Clara. Or Claire, whatever her name was.
Either, but they were having oral sex every night, so she said.
She was sucking his dick.
That was it. He wasn't pleasing her.
That's what I'm saying, because she was ready.
Yeah, so I don't think there was nothing there really. So I wish them the best. I don't know, but
okay, let's jump back to this season though. Okay, so on this season, I do want to talk about this thing with Mirla, because I do kind of feel like Mirla, because they're giving her a hard time. I'm tired of Gil keep telling her and telling everybody that she's bougie. I don't think that she's bougie. I think she's into material stuff for sure, but I don't think she's bougie. From my definition of bougie isn't that you're interested in nice stuff and you want a nice house and stuff like that. To me, bougie is when you have this air about you and you kind of look down on people who don't have it, and you kind of think you're better than other people and that kind of thing. I don't think they should keep harping on that, or he should keep harping on that. And then I also don't think that there's anything wrong with her saying she doesn't want to change her lifestyle. Because one, she makes more money than him.
Yeah, I don't think she should. But what I want Gil to just open his mouth and say is, I can't afford these things.
That's it. But
like, I understand that you can buy them, but I can't shower you with these expensive gifts at this time. Maybe later down the line, you know, he's a fireman. Maybe he'll get a promotion, whatever the case may be.
And my thing is, his job is an admirable job. They have great benefits and all that kind of stuff. You know, so I don't think that she should look down. And I say to my female friends all of the time who make six figures and that kind of thing, I'm like, listen, you got to be willing to date somebody like a postal worker or a firefighter, you know, because it's not about how much he makes. As long as you make your six figures or whatever it is that you make plus his money, you can have a great life. Now, to Monique's point, she saved more money than he does. Obviously, she makes more than he does, so she has a greater potential to save more. But I mean, as long as she's financially responsible, I don't really think it's a big deal that she likes to splurge and, you know, treat herself to nice things and this, that, and the third. But I will say there is room for her to grow in the compromise department.
Yes.
Because she just kind of feels like, you know, everything is going to be, you know, her way. And, oh, I don't want to do that. Just like when he tried to do the, what was it that she wanted? It was vegan, something. They were in Fort Myers. And
the gelato?
The gelato. And she was like, is this vegan? But my thing is, she had just said the day before that she wanted some gelato, you
Right.
know, and then when he went and got it, it's like she didn't even appreciate it. So sometimes I just feel like she can be a little spoiled acting, not
Well,
necessarily bougie, but
she
I feel
called
like.
him corny for carrying her over the threshold, and I thought it was kind of cute. And she's like, "Oh no, he did this before. It's corny."
And see, and again, this is for me. I think it's another teachable moment because I think sometimes when we're single, we always say, "Oh, I'm ready for a relationship," and this, that, and the third. But then it's just like we want people to show up exactly the way we want them to show up. We want people to be exactly the way we want them to be, and that's just not realistic. Like you have to be willing to adapt. I'm not saying settle, but you have to be in a space where you are willing to adapt and make some adjustments. And the metaphor that I give you guys all the time that my friend Danielle said to me years ago. She said, if you buy some kitchen cabinets and they don't, and you go to hang them and they don't fit perfectly, you don't just throw the kitchen cabinets out. No, you might have to sand down the wall and then just rehang them. You have to make little adjustments, but they can still fit perfectly. And I think that's the case with them. But
And with the
yeah, I
dog,
don't.
like she doesn't like the dog. Like I don't like pets either, but if I feel like you're my husband or my potential husband, in my case, like I will learn how to deal with as much as I can. She's just like, no, I ain't walking no dog. I ain't doing this. I ain't doing that.
Now, Carlton and I had that conversation when that episode aired. Now, I kind of agree with Mirla because I think that she did meet as a person who's not a dog person. I do think that she met him in the middle in the sense of, she did, meet him and stuff like that. Of course, she's going to have to meet him because they're going to live together. But when he kept saying, well, you don't want to walk him, that's not my responsibility. Don't visit that responsibility on me. I don't have to walk your dog. That's your dog. You know what I'm saying? And now if it was an extenuating circumstance and you can't get home and, you
Oh
need me
yeah,
to take him out.
yeah. She shouldn't be the dog walker. Yeah, I totally
Yeah.
get that. Like
And she
continue to
made
pay
the
like
point.
you've been paying.
And she made exactly, and she made the point. She said, "Well, that's what the dog walker's for." I don't think you should force people. Just like with the white girl with the red hair. What's her name?
Oh yeah, Brett.
I think her hair is so pretty. I really think she is nice looking with that hair. Um, it's a nice color on her. But just like when they were on those paddle boards and that damn whale came up under there, or manatee, or whatever it
Oh yeah.
was. My
Oh,
thing
and
is,
and the guy kept trying to make her look at him, look at him.
and
Like no.
she was like, "No, I don't want to look." That's what I'm saying. When you're in a relationship is not about ownership or control, right?
Mhm.
That falls in those in my definition. It kind of falls in that. Just because I'm in a relationship with you, and Carlton and I had this conversation completely separately not long ago. Just because I'm in a relationship with you, and we were just having a hypothetical conversation. It wasn't really about us. I was just saying to him, I just think that a lot of times people think that when you're in a relationship that that the person that you're with is required to do certain things for you, right? So for
Mhm.
example, like I'm moving. Carlton ain't required to come and help me pack and move my shit no, that's now I can ask him, hey, are you free this weekend? Which I did today. Hey, you free this weekend? Because I really want to try to take care of some things this weekend. But we sometimes think that when somebody's in a relationship with you, that you now have ownership of them and ownership of their time.
Right.
No, you don't. And
That
she doesn't have to become a dog lover. And Gil
yeah.
shouldn't be like, well, if you're not going to accept my dog, then I don't know if I could be in this marriage. Well, then you need to get in a relationship with a dog. Because that was kind of what I told Carlton in the beginning. He said, well, this is my dog. And so he sleeps in the bed. I said, well, if you want me to continue to sleep in this bed,
Right.
he's going to
Right.
have to sleep in that dog bed that you purchased him. That's the purpose of that bed over there on the floor.
Exactly. So yeah, they
So
all
it's
have
like,
their issues. I really just I think like with Jose and Rachel, like the whole financial thing is I understand that you like how you are, but you can't say like you're married, we have one bank account. Like that's a no. Like that's a no. You're not going to manage
again,
my
that's
coins.
cultural. Again, that's cultural too. Because remember when she said a lot of Hispanic men are like that?
Yes. I'm like,
They
no,
want to take control.
I'm a traveler. I'm a traveler. Before COVID, every 2 to 3 months, I'm on a plane. So you
Mm-hmm.
like, I know I have to slow down when I get in a relationship, but you just can't say you can't go on a big trip because we're married now. You can't go.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I just don't see. I don't see them working because he doesn't compromise. He doesn't. He's not compromising. He wants her to come into his world.
Exactly. And that's kind of how I felt like with Mirla. She was just like, well, we can talk. I think this was on the after show. What is it called?
I don't know. I barely watch it, but
I don't really watch that either. I've only watched 2 so far, and I didn't even watch the full episodes. But this one of the ones she was on there. This is the one where she said, well, we can talk. Like so they said, well, what if you going on the trip and he can't afford it? And she said, and they said, well, would you pay? And she said, well, we can talk about it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And again, I don't think that she's responsible for paying his way just because they're married. But I do think that the compromise would be going someplace that he can afford to chip in. And or even if it's a trip where he can't afford like the flight or whatever, and she paid for the flight, but then when we get there, you need to pay for the hotel and you need to pay for the food. You understand what I'm saying? Like there are workarounds, but her thing was, well, then you can't go. Like that's shit. You know, and you can't think like that if you're talking about being in a relationship. And these are people who were talking about being married, wanting to be married and feeling like they were ready to be married. So some of their thought processes are kind of like crazy for me. I'm like, girl or boy, you said you wanted to be married. How are you coming on here still thinking like that?
Yeah, and I think back to Gil, I missed the part about the him being a Republican. Is that correct? That was something that came up about Republican or Trump or something. I missed it, but I know the Facebook groups are going crazy, but I missed it. So I don't know.
He didn't say it, but he hinted to it because he said something about voting for interests that it was like financial interests or something like that. So he alluded to it. He was just, he basically said something about voting because of the tax benefits and that kind of thing. So you already knew that's what he was talking about. And then also, what's the white boy name that's married to the girl with the red hair that I like?
I think it's Ryan. I'm not sure. I think it's Ryan.
I think his name is Ryan too. But you know, he one of them people that's he one of them good old boys.
Yep.
Carlton called that early on. He said, yeah, he's in that kind of lifestyle where, because you know, like the hunt and all, like he definitely one of them. I guess they call them rednecks or something, but you know, where he liked to hunt and do all that other stuff. And then he and his wife had a whole conversation about remember they were sitting, I think they were on the beach. They were in Florida, and remember the wife was like, we definitely have different political views, and I can only imagine after let me slow down. I'm all excited, but after going through the whole experience, doing the T.S. Madison experience, I remember there were instances where we were having conversations, and the producers would stop us and be like, "Well, don't mention that. Keep having a conversation, but don't say certain names." I could only imagine that when they were sitting there talking about their voting thing, I'm sure he probably said he voted for Trump, and she said who she voted for, and they probably would like have the conversation without saying which political party you're with, and you know that kind of thing. And I was just like,
that was like Eric in Virginia from last season. Eric was a Trumper, and Virginia wasn't.
Exactly. And
so that's why they're not together no more. That wasn't
not together. They need to do a reunion for the people who done broke up.
Yeah, it's a no. I think the only couple that's still together is what's her name? Brianna and
the North Carolina, the Charlotte couple.
The Dominican. No. Rihanna and the Dominican, the one that didn't want to do anything because he was embarrassed.
Oh yeah. And she was an engineer.
Yeah, so they're still together, but I think they're the only couple that's still together.
You mean of all of the seasons?
No, of last season.
Oh, of last season.
Mm-hmm.
So wait a minute. Who else was on that season? Because I thought
is there one more couple? I don't remember.
I think like it was one more that stayed together. Oh, his name. Yeah, I'm thinking about Brianna and Vincent.
That's what I'm talking about. So they're the only couple that's still together.
Okay, but what's the black couple that was on? I think they must have been the previous season. They were on the season prior to that. Remember,
Miles and Karen.
No, remember he kind of had a big old juicy booty, and he was married to the dark skinned girl. They were both dark brown, and they just recently found out they were pregnant because there was a reunion show. It was in Charlotte. They were in the Charlotte show.
Oh, I don't know.
You don't know what I'm talking about? Anybody here, y'all know what I'm talking about? Somebody said Willie. I don't know if his name was
No, Willie got mine.
Deanna and Greg. Deanna and Greg. Thank you, V. Ari.
She has a baby already.
But do you remember them?
Yes.
I like them. I did like them.
Yeah, I did like them because she was kind of like, she's the one that didn't want to get too close to him too fast, and she didn't want to have sex with him too fast.
Yes.
And she was with me too, but they seem to get along.
But I think she started to soften because at first she was annoying me too. But and it kind of reminds me of this girl Mirla a little bit. Like I can understand her not wanting to have sex right away, but the kissing part seemed like if you really liked him, you'd have been able to kiss him by now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I think Gil is very attractive. I'm not even gonna lie, like it would have went down. Maybe not the first night, but the second night for sure. But that's neither here nor there. Look, ain't nobody faking the front on this StreamYard. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't think any of them are gonna stay together. Michaela's sisters kind of hinted at her anger issue or how she gets riled up in the beginning. And so
look, go ahead.
So I was saying that Michaela, the first thing that threw me off is when he found out he had COVID and she was upset. And I'm like, do you want to catch it too? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand.
Exactly.
Like, take this time apart, let him get well, and then y'all can come back together. And he come home and then you act a fool because he didn't call or text you at 7:00 in the morning when he left.
I think that was so dumb. And then she packed up her shit. And I'm just like, you just sat in that room and said to him the night before that you're not the kind of person that runs, takes flights because you know that that's what did she say? She said because it makes the person feel abandoned and all this other shit she was talking. And then the very couple next scenes, here she go running. I'm like, are you serious? And then the way she was throwing that bleach bottle, like Bridget was saying.
The Clorox wipe, she slammed him on the cabinet. I was like, I'm
like, what is wrong with her? And I'm like, when he watched that stuff back, I'm like, this bitch is bonkers.
But when she cussed at him when they were sitting on the couch and she cussed at him, I was like, wait.
When she cussed at him in the kitchen, she was like, use a motherfucking lie. I was like,
yeah, no. If I was him, I just would have walked out. Like, you're not about to talk to me like that.
Emotionally abusive. Yes. Here we go right here. Kia Walker. She's emotionally abusive. Yeah, that's what she said it was when you leave somebody. That's what she said. When you leave somebody, you pack up all your shit and you leave. That's emotionally abusive.
Alicia is correct. Alicia said that Gil was attractive, but he needs to fill out some job applications. He needs a second job. He does need a second job or to do some overtime. Because it's a no. Like you can't be with your wife for forever and you're not able to support her. Like you can't depend on her.
Well, see, in this case, she doesn't need him to support her, but to be able to support the relationship.
Well, no,
for sure.
No, she doesn't. But as a married couple, at some point, the man should feel like I'm a man. I can pay the bills. She don't have to keep dipping into her money.
Yes, indeed.
Yes,
indeed. Yes, indeed. But then, even like with the Michaela thing, it's just like, I don't understand how y'all are saying that it's hard when y'all were separated for 5 days?
Yep.
Y'all ain't even been together the entire time that everybody else has been together. And I'm going to be honest with you. What's Michaela's husband's name? Zach? Durant said he thinks he's passive aggressive. I almost thought he was part of the community too at first.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he's part of the community, but I do think he's a mama's boy.
Definitely.
So I didn't believe him when he said if it was his. Oh, on the after show, I did watch one of those shows where he said if he had to choose between his family and his wife, he would choose his wife. And
somebody asked me, my girl Avonda said, would you get married at first sight? I've wondered this because I've been watching this show even before I met Carlton. Marcella said, I'm with Craig on that. I think he might be part of the community.
Okay. Okay.
Zach. Zach. But see, here's the thing. When we're in the community and Marcellus is in the community with me, we sometimes see stuff that y'all don't see. Because sometimes women, they gotta be damn near saying, hey, Miss Thing, and chewing gum and popping and carrying them for y'all to know that they're gay. But what was I saying before I said this?
I don't know. You done went all the way left.
I know I didn't went so many different directions. But he just kept saying he was so ready to be married and he was so anxious and this, that, and the third. I just feel like sometimes when they're so over the top and so anxious, because Johnny was the same way,
Yeah.
Bao's husband. He was the same way, kept saying he was so anxious to be married and this, that, and the third. And then you get in there, as soon as it gets a little difficult, you ready to run.
He was anxious because he wants what he sees that his mother and father is.
And that is
And
not
he's had that. That's not, you're not marrying your mom.
exactly.
So that's
Donnell said it was Tithing Thursday. Come on, somebody. But yeah, so
hit
who
the
else
cash
is
app,
on?
niece and nephews. Hit the cash app, niece and nephews. Hit that Zelle. Buy some books. Let's get these Karen t-shirts. Not today, Karen. All that good stuff.
Okay. But wait, who else is on here that we didn't discuss? We talked about the couple with the girl with the red hair. We talked about the Asian couple. We talked about Mirla and we talked about Michaela with her crazy stuff.
That's it.
Um,
That's it. And Rachel and because it's five
right.
couples.
But
Yeah.
Michaela and Zach, they didn't already touched and agreed.
Yeah, so it's funny because like last season I made my predictions and all my predictions were correct as far as decision day. So I'm saying right now that nobody is decision day. I think one couple may say yes, but at the end of the day, all of them are not going to survive. I don't see it. It's not going to work.
But one other thing I want to say about Michaela. Remember when they got married, and remember she was feeling on him and he was like, whoa, whoa. And she's like, I'm just trying to see what you're working with. Like I just felt like she's inappropriate.
She's in a drought, I think, sexually. She's in a drought, and now she's like, we're married. It's official. It's my husband. Now I have full reign to, fulfill my
Right.
needs. So I don't know. I think she wanted more of a boy toy than a husband. Like I don't know. Oh yeah, they said you were answering Avanda's question about would you be married? Would you get married at
Yes.
first sight?
Thank you, Tisha. So yeah, I've been watching the show since before I even knew Carlton, and I used to always wonder, could I do that? And my answer is, I would want to, but I'm almost not. I'm uncertain whether or not the experts would really know how to pair a gay couple. I think they would have somebody on there that's gay, because I just think there are so many other variables. There are different variables that you would have to consider when you're talking about gay men, matching gay people. Because here's the example. When I was single, a lot of my female friends were like, oh my God, I'm going to hook you up with somebody. You're so this, that, and the third. I got the perfect guy for you. And the last time that it happened, a friend of mine, she was trying to hook me up with this guy, and I already knew who he was. And what she didn't know that I knew was that he was a shower shark. He was one of the guys that would be in the gym carrying on. He'd be carrying on in the gym, right? And he was one of those guys, like I had seen pictures of him floating around, like of him getting bugged, or him being naked. Like there's certain things that women or straight people don't know what to look for when it comes to matchmaking. They always think, oh, you're cute, he's cute, that would work.
No.
It's not that, because sometimes, you got guys that are all in the park in the middle of the night looking for
They out there in
random.
Piedmont Park peeking behind them bushes.
They all
In the,
in
in the
Piedmont Park,
bathhouse.
in the bathhouse. What's that park down there in Houston? Because every city got their little gay park.
I forgot. I've been to Houston, but I don't know the name of it. But yeah, I think in
And
Dallas it's like Rochester Park or something like that.
yes,
Yeah,
so
it's
it's just little things like that. But I mean, I would definitely try I think I think it would be something that I would consider. But see, I'm not the kind of person that I think I could go on a show like that and do it. You know what I'm
So I
saying?
think I think I can go on a similar type of show. Maybe what's that other show? Love is Blind.
Love is blind.
Like
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I could possibly do that show. But my thing
When,
is because I see how the experts have been pairing people, I don't believe in this person is lacking all of these qualities, so we're going to give them the person that has all those qualities, or they're opposite and they're putting people together thinking they can fill a void for that other person,
mm-hmm,
and it's
mm-hmm,
not working. And so, like for instance, me, I'm plus size, like I'm
uh-huh.
curvaceous. I feel I go on that show and then I get matched with somebody who doesn't necessarily say that they don't want a big woman or a larger woman, and then I get stuck with them, and then they're unhappy. Like that's my thing.
But see, the thing though is, Tanny Joy, when they do that screening process that the experts do on Married at First Sight, because remember, this season was the first time that we got to see some of the process, and I think the reason they did that was because of last year with the boy Chris and Paige, because like they got a lot of flack. The show got a lot of flack for them pairing Paige with this guy who had this baby that was coming, allegedly, but. And they were like, no, we really vet these people. So I think they gave us a sneak peek this season so that we can see that they don't just choose people. But my thing is, a lot of times these couples go on these shows, in my experience, just from watching, one of my observations is they think that just because they were paired, that the experts know something absolutely certain, that they are absolutely your match. And I don't think that that's the case. I think that they do look at certain things and say, okay, these people should work. They could get along. But there are some instances where it can't work. If you're not simply not attracted to that person, then you're simply not attracted to them. Yeah, there is a such thing as trying to get out of your comfort zone. But remember, okay, so the girl who hosts that after show, Jamie, whatever,
Yes.
she, I believe, quote me if I'm wrong, but I believe she was on the very first season. If she wasn't on the very first season, she was on like the second season. And that man that she's married to now, Doug, she was not attracted to him. She damn near told him at the altar she wasn't attracted to him. She wasn't, you know, she was pulling back. She didn't want to, she cried like out in the lobby and everything. Like
Yeah.
she told
Hmm.
him without a shadow of a doubt, I'm not interested. I don't like. Now she felt. Then she fell in love with him. She
Yep.
fell in love with him like almost through the end of the process, and she basically was afraid that by the time her feelings started to open up for him, she was afraid that he wasn't going to be interested in her. She thought she had already pushed him away, but he still was interested, and they're now married. And but my thing
Yep.
is, I have not seen them match anybody, well, with the exception of Chris and Paige last season. I haven't seen any couple that got up there and they were like, I'm just not attracted to her. Either they just don't air it, or I don't know. But they ask
Oh,
that kind of stuff.
you know what? The people from last season, Jake and Haley. Haley didn't like that man from the beginning.
Jacob and Haley. Now you got to describe these people, what they look like, because I don't remember
Remember,
their
Jacob
names.
was the man that was obsessed with the '80s, and Haley was younger than him.
Yeah, she definitely wasn't attracted to him.
She wasn't attracted to him from the first date, and then they slept together, and evidently it was horrible because after that, she didn't want nothing to do with him.
Because my thing is, if the dick was a little good, she probably would have come around just a little bit.
Yep.
You know what I'm
So,
saying?
you know,
But the reason that I was saying that about the girl Jamie was because you were like, you're a full figure woman, and you would be nervous that you'd be paired with a man that doesn't like, a
hmm
full figure woman. But that's the kind of stuff they ask in the screening process. Would you date? Because they even ask you, would you date outside of your race? They ask all of that kind of stuff. They ask, would you date somebody who's a person who works out? You know what I mean? They ask you all of that kind of stuff.
but they still get these people on here, and they be, you know, crazy. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get off so people won't say I'm hogging your time. But remember Amelia and Bennett from New Orleans? Remember
okay,
Bennett? He lived in.
I remember New Orleans because the little short guy and the girl, they still married.
So Amelia and Bennett. Bennett was the little weird eclectic guy that had built his own house that he was living in, the little
He
tiny
was
house.
white,
Yes. And
and
remember,
what?
she was a new doctor, a new resident, and they were moving to.
Yeah, yeah. And wait. Wait. Was this the couple where she was like a doc? She made more money than him,
Yes.
and when he got a job and he was gonna be traveling, she couldn't handle the fact that he was gonna be traveling?
No, not them. They're still together. They actually
They're
just
still
bought a
together.
house.
Okay, let me Google them. Amelia and
She's
Bennett.
pregnant. She's pregnant right now. The one that you were just talking about.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's pregnant.
Oh, this is who I thought you were talking about. Yeah, he was kind of weird. Yes. Okay, what about him
So
and her?
I heard that he posted on like Instagram or Twitter. I think it was Instagram that she left him. Yes.
Really?
Yep. That was recent.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
They really need to do a recap and show us like what's going on, what happened, who's still together, why they, well, not who's still together, but who broke up, why they broke up. Because, you know, at the end of the show, okay, let me ask you this. When the show ends, every season when the show ends, the couples that stay together, we're of the belief that they're still together, right?
Right.
Do you remember like several seasons ago, it's probably like 4 or 5 seasons ago, it was a black couple. And I can't remember what city they were in. I want to say it was Atlanta. And the girl's name was Sheila. You know what I'm talking about? And I can't remember her husband's name. Anybody here know who I'm talking about? And thank you, LaShawn, for the super chat. Anybody in here know who I'm talking about? The girl's name was Sheila. And I can't remember the husband's name. I want to say his name was like Willie or something like that. Let me just Google Sheila from Married at First Sight.
Yeah.
When I tell you, huh?
Sheila and Nate. Somebody said Sheila and Nate. I don't think I watched
Sheila and Nate. Come on, Monique. Come on. The prize goes to you today, girl. Yes.
I think I missed
couple,
that
right?
season.
Do you remember them?
I didn't watch that season.
You didn't watch it?
Nope.
Yeah, well, they split up, which I figured they would. But yes,
yeah, I don't.
Nate,
Yeah,
Nate was a mess.
Yeah, I never seen them, but
I'm gonna tell you the reason why I love, like, I just thought they were so great, and you know, but there was something that Sheila said, and I never forgot it, and I hope I don't fuck up the line right now. Now that I'm about to tell y'all what it was, but she said something on one of those episodes that was so profound, and she said, I've never had a problem with a man loving me when I've been easy to love. She said, but I've always had difficulty finding a man who would love me when I wasn't easy to love. Basically, she was saying, you know, as long as things were going well, everything was good. But as soon as they realized that she wasn't perfect, and nobody's going to be perfect, or as soon as the relationship became difficult, it was just like they weren't willing to stay. They weren't willing to hang out. What's Sheila's Instagram, Jackie? I want to follow her. I don't know if I want to follow her, but I want to see what she got going on. You said she living her best life.
Okay, I'm gonna look up that season. I'm gonna try to start. I think somebody said season 5, so I'm gonna have to look it up. I'll watch it.
Go watch that season, Tanny Joy. That was a good one. I'm telling you, that season I was so into it. It was a really good season.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that. Just like, okay, so Karen and Miles, remember from New Orleans, the one where she was saying that he wasn't masculine enough, and
Karen and Miles. You got me Googling Karen and Miles.
That was just what, 2 seasons ago, or 1
but
season
I don't even remember their names. I got to see their faces. They married. They still together, aren't they?
They are living their best life. Like she's loving on that black man, and I'm like, girl,
because she was not really feeling him in the beginning.
She wasn't. She wasn't
feeling him in the beginning. Yeah, because they always on the show. It's a follow-up show. It's like Diary or some shit. They got Married at First Sight. Something.
Yeah, I've seen it a couple of times.
This couple and the other couple that I was just talking about, the short guy and the black girl, they're in New Orleans too.
Oh, Woody and Amani.
Woody and Amani, yes.
Oh, I love them.
Yeah, because they still hang out with this couple.
Yeah, they're because Woody and Miles was best friends before the show.
Okay.
So,
yeah, they be cooking and stuff. Like they'll go over there. Like one time I saw an episode. It was some show that they do, and they were doing like a cook off. They were cooking. Couples cam. Thank you, thank you, Kia and Rhonda. Yes, I love that y'all like these shows. But yeah, couples cam. So they did a competition one night where they were both cooking. they cooked dinner for each other, and they graded it to see who who cooked best.
So yeah, I really enjoy the Armani and Woody because I watch
Mhm.
theirs Saturday morning. They do brunch on YouTube, so I watch them sometimes.
Oh, for
But
real?
I really enjoy the couples that have stayed together and they've learned how to deal with each other with their different personalities. Like that's the point of it.
Exactly. Okay, so Sheila's Instagram is happy from within. Okay, let me look her up. But
Yeah.
all right, Tanny Joy, I ain't gonna keep you, and I'm about to get off here soon too. I'm gonna say a few more things.
Oh, I have a PSA before we get off.
Oh, go ahead. What's up?
Okay, so all of you guys come into the paid for your say, not pay for your say, paid for your say. Meetup. Make sure you guys are being COVID safe. Leave your germs at home. Wash your hands. Sanitize. I'll have wipes and I'll have hand sanitizer for you. And I can't wait to turn up and on our one cocktail. Hint, hint. I will not have one cocktail, but
No. You are okay. So we talking about the paid for your say. Listen, on May. Why I keep saying March?
March
September
25th.
25th. We are going to do our first meet and greet for paid for your say. Right. We are going to have sanitizer and that kind of stuff. We're going to have some masks. So if you forget your mask, we're going to have masks. But here's the thing: we're gonna give you one complimentary cocktail. But we're not going to do 2 and 3 because, we don't want y'all coming down here getting white girl wasted, okay? And white boy wasted. And then y'all be looking at us crazy and because you ended up in somebody's bed. Ladies, you been came down here and got caught up with one of these gay men and they didn't slip their finger or their tongue in one of your holes. And so, we don't want to be responsible for that. Now, here's the other thing. While we're talking about it, please don't come down here dressed in sequins and stuff. You do not have to wear no black tie stuff. Don't come down here for this meet and greet in gowns and stuff, prom gowns and all that kind of stuff. Just come dress nicely, like cosmopolitan dress. Yes, one of your orifices. Come cosmopolitan dressed. You know what I'm saying? You can wear a little slack, or you can wear a nice jean and a nice shoe and a blouse or a shirt or whatever. But don't come down here with no sequins on. Looking all overdressed. The weather's going to be probably about 80 degrees. Make sure you check the weather before you pack and before you come. If you're coming from out of town, don't be all overdressed, looking all out of place and stuff.
But don't come in a white tee and some jeans and looking like you finna go hang out at the park either.
Don't come down here looking like you working in the yard.
Craig has posted the location. Go read their website and see what the decor is. Then you can kind of match your outfits, not outfits,
right,
to the decor.
Yes.
So yeah, you gotta do your investigative reports before you get there.
Right. Now, if you come down here in a comfortable shoe, please don't let it be a kitten heel. But no, if you want to wear a kitten heel, you can wear a kitten heel, a little slingback kitten heel. If that's what you want to do, that's your business. But listen. I want you guys to have a good time. The address and the name of the location, like Tanny Joy said, is in the Eventbrite. The Eventbrite link is in the YouTube description of this video. Is there anything else I need to tell them, Tanny Joy?
I don't know. Uber, maybe carpool. A few of y'all can get together and maybe carpool if that's sufficient. I know I'll have a rental car, so I'll be nice. I think Shaq, I'm gonna pick him up or whatever.
Oh, you gonna pick up from the airport?
From hotel or whatever.
Oh, that's so nice of you.
So anybody need a ride? I got 2 more spots. Let me know.
Listen, she will need some gas money. No,
I don't ask you for gas money.
I'm just playing. So anyway, but listen,
I have some pay for your say coins, so I don't need help with the gas.
Bianca said, "What hotel are you staying in?" I don't know if you want to share that here, if you want to just share it in the.
So I have family and friends. I used to live in Atlanta, so I have people that live there. So I never stay in a hotel.
Okay, good. And see, this is a good opportunity for those of you that are in the Telegram, the chat. Communicate in there, talk, and say, "Hey, well, where are you guys staying?" Because maybe you can connect like that. And especially if you're coming in on a Friday, if you're coming in the day before. Maybe you can hang out that Friday, the night before, go to dinner someplace. You know what I'm saying? So especially if you're coming in town by yourself or if you don't know anybody that's already in the group. So definitely utilize that group. This group is not just about us making money through Pay for Your Say. It is also an opportunity for you guys to network. You understand what I'm saying? I want you guys to network. You all may be able to create friendships that will last a lifetime. You know what I'm saying? I want you guys to talk about what you do for a living. You might be able to exchange ideas, and you know what I mean? So it's bigger than just Paid for Your Say.
Right.
All right.
And who is it? Stacy? No, Stacy, we're not picking you up in Covington, but you can get on the MARTA, and
She
I'll
said
meet
she's staying
you
in
at
Covington.
I'll meet you at the Candler Park station or somewhere, but I'm not coming to Covington.
She said the Candler Park station. Oh my God.
So yeah, so I'm excited. I'm ready to
I'm
meet
excited too.
everybody.
I can't wait to meet you guys.
But all right, well, I don't have my camera on because I have my T.S. Madison turban on today.
Oh my God. Girl, I can't
Um,
wait to see you in person, girl, because every time you come on this live, you got this little thing right here.
I sure do. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna be put together. Thank you. All right,
Oh my
you
God, that is too funny.
have a good
But
evening, everybody.
Stacy says she lives in Covington. Whoever that was that said, who said they would come from Covington? Stacy?
Yes.
Oh well, yeah, she live here, so she gonna drive. I thought she was somebody staying in Covington.
Come on, Stacy.
I can't wait to meet you guys. Coffee Hook TV. So far, we already got 30 people that are confirmed. We got
Okay.
30 people confirmed, and that's pretty good. I've told Kim, I said that's actually really good because black people, we wait till the last minute to RSVP and get our tickets for stuff.
Well,
We don't
I
do it.
waited till the last minute to get. I got my tickets today.
Oh, I know.
I
Look,
got
look,
my
the bought a
tickets.
flight and everything, but ain't get your ticket for the event.
Sure did. So yeah.
Stacy telling us she don't want to drive.
What? Stacy,
Mm-hmm.
where you want to meet us at? Where you want to meet us at, sis? We can talk.
Bianca talking about she'll be in Bulkhead, not Bulkhead. You'll be in Buckhead, niece.
Buckhead. Buckhead. Okay.
She'll be in Buckhead.
Bianca. I'll message Bianca
Okay.
and see. Oh, the rental cars went down. I actually canceled my other reservation because the price went down.
And book the new one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, good.
Yes,
Good.
I like saving coins, but most definitely.
Evie always supports. Evie always comes to stuff. I met
So
Evie for the first time.
So the next plans for the next cities, Kim, I know DMV. I am definitely down for DMV, New York, Houston.
We definitely need to do DMV.
I'm gonna be
and Texas for real.
I have some miles and some dollars on different airlines to burn up, so let's go. I'm ready.
I can't wait. I can't wait to meet you guys. And so, and this is what I've been meaning to tell you guys. Oliver will be filming. I will be filming it. I think I'm gonna use it and upload it on YouTube. I was thinking I may just keep it for Patreon, but we'll see.
I think maybe you should do something special for the Patreon and then just do like a series of clips for
YouTube. Yeah, mm-hmm. I was thinking the same thing, Tanny Joy.
Yes,
so wait, who calls you Tanny Joy?
So that's my Twitter. Like I used to be an entertainment blogger back in the day.
So what's your name? Your name is Shantani?
My name is Shatani.
Shatani.
Yes. So okay. And my middle name has Joy in it, so I just did Tani Joy, and then that's been my online name for a while. So
okay,
that's where it came from.
Bianca said, "Who's cooking? It won't be who you think." The venue is actually going to be providing the food. That's why it's important for us to get an accurate count of how many people coming, because I don't need y'all trying to bad mouth me on social media. Tell me, yeah, it was they ain't have enough food for the people. We didn't know you were coming, niece. We didn't know you were coming. But no, so the venue is actually preparing the food.
Yeah, Durant doesn't eat. I think it's beef, chicken, or seafood. So we need to make sure we have him some vittles to eat on. But yeah, I'm ready. Oh,
well, we're gonna have some vegetable options for sure.
Yeah, we need something to soak up that one cocktail. Hint, hint. No one's just gonna have one cocktail, Craig.
Whoa! I know that y'all not gonna just have one cocktail, but we have drink specials in place. So if you want to purchase your drinks after the first one that we give you, because what y'all not gonna do, it's like, yeah, child, they let us have an open bar, and child, you came in here and can't even make it back to your hotel. Bianca won't even be in Bulkhead. She'll be out in Covington. You're like, Bianca, where you at? You missed your flight. She's still in Atlanta 3 days after the event. She'll be somewhere else. Oh my God.
Is Nan gonna be back?
Nan will not be back, but if she was here, you know I would have had her there, right?
Oh man, I was so ready for Nan.
I talked to Dan yesterday. She called me yesterday and has just been filling me in on everything that she's been doing out there. Nan is gonna be out there until November.
Oh, okay. No, my mom now watches you. She just came in here and she was like, "Is that Craig?" And Nan, we watch you and Nan together, so we just be looking forward to her.
That is too funny.
Yes.
That is too funny.
Kia
Walker,
can I
she
get a
said,
ticket from my husband if he's not officially a member?
I was just gonna say
Kia,
that.
there's a second ticket option that's available. He will have to pay the $150 plus the fee to get into the event.
Right. So you have to be a member. Now, Kia, if you want to email Kim and ask her, you can. But the way that we set it up was you have to be a member to come and attend. So there is a ticket over there on the Eventbrite for people who are not currently members that want to become a member and come to the event. Okay. But anyway, so that's it. But anyway, you guys having a great night. I will be talking tomorrow, Friday. I'll probably pop on tomorrow during the day. It'll probably be during the day. Well, let me say my little thank yous real quick because David Guerra, he sent something over here to the Cash App. He must have looked at the Patreon because on the Patreon, I said, I know you guys been asking me about the gift registry for the housewarming. But I did say on my Patreon, the thing that I do know for sure right now that I would like is gift cards for West Elm, if you're familiar with West Elm. I don't care what the denomination is, niece. If it's $5, I'll take it and rub it together and shake it together and make it do what it do. But so West Elm, because I do want to get some bar stools. So David Guerra says, here's for half for some bar stools. Thank you, David. Anthony, thank you for the super chat. Kawadis, Stacy Michelle, Daryl Henry, and Maya. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. But all right, well, listen, you guys have an amazing night. Brush your teeth, floss your teeth, brush your tongue. Oh, here's Nan right here. Look. Nan, they just asked about you. But anyway, have a good night, guys. Bye.